Hey y'all, hey. So in this video, we're gonna make our own Reese's box. Okay. It's still Valentine's Day coming up, and I want to do a Reese's concept, but I want it on a Reese's. So I'm gonna attempt to try to do this. So let's go and get into this video.
A journey through time.
Hey y'all, hey, welcome to A Journey Through Time. I'm your girl Wendy. If you're oldie but goodie, welcome back, and if you're new, welcome. So we're gonna do a DIY today. We're gonna do a Reese's box. I'm gonna try my best to do a Reese's box. This is my first time trying it. Y'all know I like to challenge myself to do different things, so this is what we're working with today. I bought a bunch of foam noodles. Of course, I got the white ones. Never actually worked with these before, but I like them already. So I got me a few of those. I'm going to use some of these here men's foam. What's it? Body foam, bro. Foam. I'm going to use some of these that you get from Dollar Tree, the little foam wash thingies. Yeah. And I'm going to use one of my Hobby Lobby boxes that I got for Christmas. I still have a lot of them left. I'm going to use one of those. I went to Dollar Tree and got me some chocolate paint. And of course, y'all see my noodles, the white noodles. And then I got I got more of a cream peanut butterish looking paint. And then I got this metallic paint. Okay, so we're gonna see. I don't know yet, but let's just go and get into it. If y'all follow along, you can. You know, we might make some mistakes. That's because we're human, okay? So if you try this, don't be hard on yourself. I'm going to try not to be hard on myself, but we're going to make it do what it do. So let's get started. First things first, let me show you what I've already done. Okay, so first things first. I took the box and I cut a chunk out of it. I'm going to turn this down so you can see it. So I cut a chunk out of it, kind of like, you know how the bite that they have on the, let me see. I know here go Reese's right here. Y'all see that the inside of that like that little bite? That's what I'm going for, okay? For this. So I'm gonna have to keep the top on. And so what I did, I didn't have a whole lot of white foam board. So what I did was I traced over my pink foam board. I took this right here and I made the circle. I traced it out after cutting this off. I nicely placed it on the board just like this and cut it out. Okay. And after I did that, I didn't like this texture because it has to be brown, right? So I peeled this off. And it's peelable, y'all. Y'all can pull this off. This is just the cover on top of the foam. And you can see the foam right here. That's what I need. I need that texture. So put this back on top. And I'm like that. Because I'm going to have stuff sitting on here as a gift. I don't want to, take too much of my gift space. All right. So then this right here is going to be on top of this, kind of like that. And I'm going to hot glue this to this top because this is going to be the top part of it, right? So I have a thicker foam right here. Not a lot of it, but it's very thick that I got from Hobby Lobby. And so I want it right here on this part for this bite of chocolate to be thick. Because, when you bite into it, you have a little bit of chocolate or a little bit of thickness right here. So what I did was I traced it again, and I'm going to probably glue this to this part right here. So it'll have that thick, hold on, right here, like this here. So it have that thick, chocolate bite at the top right here, if that makes any sense. Okay. So that's as far as I got. And, I'm still playing around with it because, like I said, it's my first time doing this. So also, I took my one noodle, because the Reese's have the ridges around it. So I'm going to use the noodle as the ridge, right? So I had took the big noodle and I put it up against the box like this here so I could cut my sides out. And then I cut the noodle in half. So this is going to go around it as our ridges around the Reese cup. I'm going to paint this brown. And I'm going to make this go all the way around it. Now, when I did the foam board thingy, this right here, I noticed something. I noticed that when I sit it on here like this here, it comes out right here at the ridges. I don't know if y'all can see that, but just at the top. So I'm thinking I might do a little, type of ridge loop like this here on the top all the way around the cup, the top part of the Reese, if that makes any sense at all. Okay. So that's where we at right now. Just want to get y'all up to speed real quick. So now that I've gotten this part done, this particular part right here done, and I got this part up here, I'm debating if I want to also put a thickness down here as well, as far as the chocolate goes. And I could even go as far as using a noodle to do that, but the noodles are so thick, I'd be better off using the foam. So let me clean this up just a little bit. So certain parts of the video, whenever I'm doing something and it's the same thing over and over, I'll probably just have music playing and y'all watch. But then when I start explaining something to you, I will cut the music off and make sure you can hear what I'm saying. Okay? So, but for this right here, we're going to do that all the way around here. Glue that. I'm going to put these all the way around. Hot glue, of course, the best I can all the way around. I'm trying to make sure that this is as high as I want it to be. Because even if I'd have went like all the way to the top of this, then you're not going to see the ridges anymore. And so that's what I'm debating on right now. And I'm going to have to cut a lot of these. A lot of these to go around here. But I was just trying to get my size right, my height right. Right. Anyway, I just thought it would be a cute project. So that's the reason why I'm doing it. So let me take this off for right now. I'll take this top off right now. And move this piece. I just got this in that I might want to, do this part as well. And I know y'all wondering how I'm going to be able to do that. And I am too. But I'm going to figure it out. First things first. I'm going to get a piece of this here where I can stick it in the side of that some kind of way to make it fit. So what I'll do is I'm going to cut this part just like that. Don't have to be perfect. I just really just need it to fit in this box so I can get me some type of idea of the, okay, this will work. I have to push it in a little closer. So when things are a little bit too big and you can't get it to work in your favor, Just have to find your way the best you can. Okay. One thing y'all will learn about me, if you don't already know, I'm a freestyler when it comes to cutting stuff. I just try to eye gauge it and take it from here. Sometimes that's not always the best way to be either, y'all. Okay. Sometimes it works in my favor and sometimes it really does not. Now, there's going to be two issues with this. Let me grab a pen if I can. Okay, so I'm going to just, I don't know if y'all can see what I'm doing. You probably can't, but I'm going to show you in just a second. All right. All I did was bump it up against here just to give me a little bit of leadway of how this is cut out. It's not going to be on point or anything like that. And I don't really care too much about that. And I'm not a straight cutter. Baby, when I tell you this here is thick. There we go. All right. Move that up to the side for a second. Now, I do know that this ain't going to bend, okay? First things first. This is what I meant. You see that paper on it? You can take that paper off of them to expose what you want to see. This paper here on this one is very thick, though. So, baby, this is so thick, I might have to cut this. Because it's not coming off like I need it to. Okay. So, I'm going to take the blade. I don't know if y'all can see this. You probably can't. The other one, I could just take it off. But this one here is so thick, I can't get to it. Okay. All right. Anyway, this is what I was trying to do. In order for this to work out, I think I'm going to have to score this a little bit to make it bend. And I think I'm just going to do it right here. No, other side. Right here. I'm not cutting all the way through. So you see, it's just little lines. Ooh. Don't know if it's going to work now, but I'm still going to try it. Yeah, you see, this stuff is so thick, it's just breaking apart. I don't care because I'm still going to do what I got to do. Okay. So what I wanted was this to have that little, I don't know if I want it on the outside like the other one is, or if I just want to keep it like this and cut it down on both sides, kind of like this. As I figure out where these other pieces go. Honey, I don't even know where that came from. Probably shouldn't have popped it. It looks like that, but it's okay. Definitely didn't do like the other one did for me at the top. Like that. I just was thinking, you know, some type of foam going down the bottom. That might not be an option. Okay. And that's what I mean by making mistakes. I'm okay with that. I really feel like it's so important that y'all see the mistakes and figure it out or decide what would you do different, you know, if you were doing this. Okay. Move all this over. All right. So what I'm gonna do, let me get my glue gun going first. Oh, it's already going. Good. So I'm gonna move this to the side. I gotta clean that up. That's a mess. And I'm gonna measure these noodles up against this one. Sorry if I hit the camera. Up against this one, so I know exactly how far to go down when I get ready to cut this bad boy. And I don't know exactly how many I need right now either. Y'all don't see me going all the way down because I don't want to cut my table and I don't have a cutting mat. I have a small one from Dollar Tree that I could use, but So I want you to see that I got some of the pieces painted already to go around the Reese cup. And right now I'm trying to paint the top part of this foam right here, because this is going to be our top part of the Reese cup, and it has to be brown as well. So what I'm doing right now is just trying to put the milk chocolate on. Okay. I do know I don't have enough of these cut to go around the entire box, but I wanted to at least get started on it. You know, the thick part of the top that I told you I was going to connect to it. That's what this is. And this still has a paper on it. I'm just trying to give you an example. You see how it's just gliding? It's not sticking like it would on the styrofoam as it does. Look at that. That's what it would be. That's what would happen if you keep the paper on. Just a very light coat of brown. But if you just coat in the styrofoam, it just sucks it up, which that's what I love about it. So I'm going to put that aside, and I'm going to cut some more noodles and paint them and let them dry. And we're going to get back to this project, okay? Okay, y'all, so the foam is still drying. Everything is really still wet, but I'm going to attempt to go and try and put the chunky piece of this foam onto this lid. So what I'm going to do is, yes, I'm not patient at all. So what I'm going to do is take this part off and paint where your cardboard is, where you cut it at. Gonna paint it the chocolate color look. All right. I'm going to flip this over some kind of way and find a way I could sit it. And all I want to do is just take this and make sure I put it on right where it bumps up to the lip of this, kind of like this. I want it at the very, very edge. You know what I'm saying? So I don't miss any of it. And then I'm gonna glue it to the top. I am getting paint on my hands. That's why I say please gonna let yours dry first. Don't be like me. Okay, so I don't want to set it on my table and do this because it's still wet. I'm trying to see if I can. This is not the best idea either, but I'm trying to put the glue on it. Just like this here. I don't know if you can see, but I'm running the glue all the way down to the bottom where I can connect it to the lid. Okay. Kind of like that. And now I'm just going to, like I said, I'm going to push it down so that I can get it to the edge where I don't see much of any of the cardboard at all. And press it together like that. So all I'm doing right now is just making sure that it's pressed in real good. Wow. Might not need that right now. So over here, I kind of ripped it a little bit. But what I'm going to do is I can find my scissors, the right scissors. I'm going to cut down that little piece that's still peeking out, which is right here. I don't know if y'all can see it, but I can see it. I'm going to cut it so it'll be flush to the other piece. And I know these little scissors right here ain't going to do it. I'm trying to find my other ones, but I don't know where they at right now. They on this table somewhere. But anyway, this is what I'm talking about. This is the piece I'm talking about that I need to be flushed. And also, I'm trying to push this cardboard a little bit, and it ain't moving. So, it's doing what it's supposed to do. So, now I'm going to flip it back over. And I'm going to put it back on top of here so y'all can see what I'm talking about. Turn it around. Y'all see that big old chocolate bite right there? So then you take and paint and dab and do whatever you got to do to make that top part blend in with that bottom part that you just attached to it. Being that they're two different types of cardboard. And just dip the paint into it until it's the way you want it to be. Okay. Now, honestly, to me, it actually worked out. I'm really surprised because I wasn't expecting it to. And I did get some paint on this thing right here, but like I told you before, it's not going to be seen because that's where we're going to put our top on. See, this right here alone just got me excited because I wasn't really sure about it. I do need to put some tape here because I ripped it. So my tape, and this tape, I don't know why this tape don't like me. I ain't did nothing to it. But I'm just trying to keep that piece closed in the best that I can anyway. It's like that. Now that I see that that's going to work, then I know this here part here is going to work too. And we're going to be able to paint that brown as well. So I could have put that other piece of foam that I had broke up earlier in here and could have sealed it in just like I did this. And now that I see how that looks, I might still do it. But I'm going to have to do it in pieces. So, with that being said, let's come on over here and grab us some more of this thick foam. Okay, and what I'm going to do is what I did earlier. See, I threw the other pieces away because I really didn't feel like, I didn't feel like it would work. So now I'm cutting another piece. And I'm going to have to break it up. Y'all already know that. Because of how it didn't, how it don't bend like cardboard do. Okay, so here's another piece. And I think what we're going to do, so some of it's coming off, not all of it. So I'm not even going to get excited about that. But this stuff is interesting. But what I will do is try to cut, that's the key word. Try to cut this paper off. As much of it as I can anyway. The part that's gonna show. If I can get that cut off down to a certain part, I'll be happy. So you see I cut a little bit of that off. Still has some over here. And I'm gonna stop it where it stopped. So I'm gonna go doing more freestyle cutting. Look, y'all see it coming up? This is what I was talking about. This is how I wanted it to come up. And now I want to come up because I'm about to throw that part away. So now I'm gonna sit it up there. All right. Ooh. So y'all look at this. They use 2 foam boards to make this one thick foam board. I know that because I'm breaking it apart and that's what I'm seeing. Surprisingly. Y'all see how it's showing me the foam now? All of it. Wouldn't do that earlier. I don't know if that's a different type of foam or what. Look at that. That's all foam. Which what I wanted. Which is what I wanted. Okay. Now, it don't necessarily... No, we ain't gonna worry about that. It don't have to be that way on the other side. Just one side. This ain't that tall. So, I cut it down. And this is what I was saying. I couldn't bend it like I don't know why I was thinking I could. Like it was, what did I say it was? Like it was cardboard. But what we want to do is try to get this to bend enough to hook onto this right here. And this thing is so strong. I'm really doubting it to do that for me. But when I'm trying to, oop, well, I got the, okay, it'll do it now. Just like that. Right in the bottom of this little joker. And then I'm probably going to take some more of the foam noodles. This one's too short. Let me find a bigger one. I did have some. Do I have a big one in here I can go by? That one's too short too. Anyways, let me grab one. Ugh. Bump it up against here so I can see. All right. So there we go. So let me cut it in half so I can show you what I'm talking about, or what at least what I'm thinking about. If it's tall enough still. Okay. It's tall enough. So kind of like this right here. And I didn't even think about that being an issue. Let me see. Yeah. With it having a little opening in there. But how these are bumped together like that there. So you'll be able to see a little bit of the chocolate coming out from there. So I'll keep that there because I'm going to need that. So what I think I'm going to do is run me some hot glue on this foam right here. And see if I can place it in there the way I want it to be. It might work and it might not, but we're going to try and see. And if it doesn't, we know we tried, right? So, but I'm hoping it does. Okay, y'all. I'm going to take this. I can feel the heat from that glue, honey. And all I'm trying to do is bump it up against this box right here. Just like that. Okay. And so we're going to end up trying to fill this in. Let's just see. I'm curious. This is the foam part that I told you that sucks up the paint really well. I'm not trying to put too much on here. On the brush, that is, because my desk is not covered over here. Okay. So this is the top part of the, almost like this part right here, right? And then this, let me just go in and see if I can get some brown stuck all up in that real quick. Since it's already glued, you know. Oh, I got some over here. It's just sitting there. Okay. So all I'm doing now is painting this brown part, just like I did the top. Probably should have did this before I put it in there, but honey, I wasn't even sure if it was gonna even work or go in here like I wanted it to. So that's one of the reasons why. Okay. Come over here. I'm gonna do the same thing. Now, when y'all do this project, you know, you make this easier on you. If you find a easier way to do it, then I say do it. If y'all decide to do this. Okay? All right. So, now this here is supposed to be jagged because this is how I wanted it to be. I didn't want it to be straight on this side. And I really didn't want it to be straight on that side, but that's just how it worked out. Okay, so just trying to clean my brush off right now. So I decided to just take the rest of the paint that's on it and make this here, these corners chocolatey. Okay. Because that's what they're supposed to be anyway. Now this is not going to be exactly like a Reese's, but in my heart of hearts, it's going to be close enough for me, being that it's my first time attempting to do this. I was just laying in the bed thinking about, what if I created, and here I am. I can't just put something in a box and just say, okay, here we go, y'all. We're going to make this. I got to step outside of my comfort zone a little bit. All right. So you see it has the chocolate lining around it now. Now, these noodles supposed to be also at the bottom of this, going down here. I didn't know exactly how tall they were, to be honest. So, you're going to that extra piece I got right here, but it's not as fat as this other one. But I guess that'd be fine too. Nothing's perfect. So I'm just bumping it up against it. You know, y'all can measure it and do it the right way. Y'all don't have to actually bump it up against the other piece to get your size that you want. Okay. You can actually measure it out and do all that good stuff that you're supposed to do. Of course, I'm doing the Wendy way. Okay. The Wendy way could get you in trouble sometimes, okay? Be a little messed up here and there, but I'll still see it through. I'm trying to figure out why this is getting wider. But anyway, I just keep cutting it. All right. It's not painted yet, but let's just see something for fun, okay? So we're going to take these, right? And put them here, just like that. Okay. Is this one of them? I think this is, I know this is. Kind of like that. Okay, and like that. Can y'all see that? So, I'm sitting here waiting anyway. So, let's just see what this look like. I'll just have to go back and paint it. Because I'm waiting on those patiently, trying to. But at the same time, I'm curious to what this is going to even look like. Start it right here at this edge, at this corner. And bump it up against this box at the bottom. Holding it for a few minutes. Probably need to hold it longer than that, but I don't feel like I put enough of hot glue on it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go on and put some hot glue on these real quick. I was going to say, and I'll get back to you, but no. Okay. I am aware that foam and glue do not go hand in hand, hot glue. But that's what we're working with. So we're going to do our best to make it work. Okay. Got another one here. She's this one. That one's too big. Okay. I'm going to need a big one. Wait. I can use that one there. Okay, I think that's going to work. And those are the bottom pieces that's supposed to be on it. So, I'm not quite ready to glue this down yet, because I also have to put something in here to make sure it is, firm and tough. I'm going to put some parchment paper and all that stuff in there, so when I do decide to put a gift on here, that it don't collapse and fall in. These things right here, baby, take a forever. Okay? But, let's see. I think it's going to work out. I'm not 100% sure yet. But we're definitely going to see. So what I can do, while I still have y'all on camera, is put this top on. See my fingerprint right there? Put this top on the top of it. We can go and try to get this glued down to the lid itself. So let's try to do that. So the first things first, I think I should try to get the front part first of the thing to lay down, and then gradually move to the rest of it. Because this part here is the most crucial part. So I want it to kind of be seamless a little bit, if it can. Sometimes I'll be asking too much of some of my projects, but hey. So I'm just applying the glue right now, as heavy as I can and as fast as I can before it dries. In the front only. And now I'm trying to get it positioned how I want it on here. Once I get it where I want it, I'll just press it down. And it doesn't really feel right. I'm trying to move it over a little bit. Okay, now it's in the right place. I'm going to have to repaint this lid because I'm touching it. But it's in the right place. But it's not, adhered to the thing. And it could be because I was moving too slow. Let's see if I could do it again. Starting with the front piece right here. Just do a little bit at a time. Okay. So it's doing it, but it's not doing it. Can't explain it. But it still has a little gap in there. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. And I might have to fill that gap with glue. And see, I see this piece here already coming up. That means it's not glued down tight either. So I'm going to hold this up closer so y'all can see, though, what I'm talking about right here. I'm also, while I got it in my hand, going to see if I can get it to re-stick, since all of a sudden it want to come up, because I'm trying to add another piece. Okay. And just press it. Make it like a sandwich. Get it to do what you want it to do. And not everybody want to do all this just to, put together a gift. But I just thought this would be a really fun project. So I decided to do it and bring y'all along the way. Now looking at this part right here, I think that's when I cut it off. I cut some of it off, but I'm not going to remove that at all. Okay, so it's drying. So I'm going to let that dry and I'm going to come and do the rest and I will be right back. Okay, y'all. So if you look right here closely, I kept pushing it together. And then I ran glue up and down, up and down, up and down until I sealed the whole thing. And then after that, after you put fill the holes in with the hot glue, then go over it and start tapping that glue because the glue is going to be white and tap it with your paint like this. And when you do that, you're filling in those spots and making it look seamless, like just one piece. Kind of like that. See? So now it's really thick up here, kind of like how I wanted it as far as the chocolatey type look go. This is going to have to be repainted, but that's fine. And now it's positioned back onto the box the way I need it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get some tape and I'm going to tape it to this box so it doesn't open back up. Now I could have glued that as well, but tape will do the same thing. So I'm just taking it and taping it and going all the way around because the noodles are going to cover up the tape. So don't you worry about that. So you take it and just put some tape all the way around to make sure that it does not move. Does not have to be neat. But it does have to be secure. Just go all the way around until you know that you got it sealed all the way. Okay. So mine is sealed all the way around with tape, right? Okay. Noodles are still wet. They're taking forever. But I'm going to clean this mess up and I'm going to try to move this onto some paper so we can at least try to see if we can put our noodles on, even if they're wet. Okay, I got some paper down. I'm going to try to see if I can put this on here, but like I said, these are still wet. They really are. But I'm so curious to see how this is going to look and what I need to do. So I'm just going to see. I'm going to start with the first long noodle. And I'm going to bump it up to the side just like this and hold it for a few minutes. Going down the side, like kind of like how we did the front ones. Trying to make sure that it stays. A little bit more. So from the looks of it, I'm thinking I'm gonna have to give it one more good painting. I probably could have spray painted them, but hey. Okay, y'all, so our Reese still hasn't dried, but I'm gonna start packing it because we need it firm before we put this other part on it. Now I'm gonna have to color it different, but these little sponges that you get from Dollar Tree, I want to put these in here. I'm gonna separate them, but right now, trying to see how much space is it gonna take for me, or do I need to put like a little bit more packing paper in there? Because I'm gonna take the string out. I don't know what that was I heard, but anyway, kind of like this here, right? Okay. String is out of that one. So what this is supposed to be is the inside, and I might have to put a little coloring on it because we all know it ain't really this color. But right now I'm trying to stick some of this in here, right? But I need it to be up closer because I don't want to have to use but so much foam, so much of this right here. And then I'm gonna start breaking it up and putting it in here. So I need it to kind of come out of it a little bit. So it looks like I need a little bit more packing paper. Okay. Move that out. Right here. All right. So now that that's in there like that, I'm gonna break this up a little bit. Not too much, but enough. How I'm gonna stick it in here. And of course, I'm depending on my handy dandy glue, hot glue. Right, so I'm gonna take this, put my little hot glue on the foam somewhere where I think it might stick. Try to stick it in here like that. Okay. I'm gonna do the same thing right here. I'm gonna grab me a little more. Just put some right there at the top of it. I'm sticking it right up under there, under the lip of where that chocolate thingy is that we did earlier. Same thing right here. and stick it in there just like that. Okay, y'all, so it's getting there, but I tore that whole bottom out because I kind of want my bottom to look like my top a little bit, right? So the little tube thing was not realistic enough for me. So what I'm gonna do is I got this piece of foam. Gonna try to measure it out just right. And then I'm gonna have to go back over and give it one more good paint touch up, and we should be done. Okay, so just gonna pop it that way. I think that's how I want it. So I'm gonna put some lines down the front of this. Just score it just a little. Okay, so I can have that little bend action going on in here. Okay, so for one, it's too, okay, it's too long. And it's too tall. So we're going to handle the long first. Me and my lines. Okay. Anyways, now we're going to handle the short. I meant the height, y'all. I don't know what. Y'all know what I meant. So what I want to do first, try to get this in here. up under here like that. Cut that in. Let me see how far can I get. Okay, I'm gonna have to cut another little piece off right here. Try not to take it out, but I might have to because I want to be stubborn. Okay. Trying to see if the paper want to come out on. No, we can't do that. I was going to take the paper off on the other side, but baby's taking everything. Okay, so I'm going to stick it back under here. And see how it just popped off that other piece of foam? But that'll be okay. So first, I'm going to put this down here. I'm going to glue that down. And then I'm going to show you what I'm going to do next. So where is my... Oh. So let me take this back off. And pray that it goes back on like I wanted to without any mishaps. My goodness, because always something. Come on before my glue dry. So what I'm trying to do is just get this on here. I think I did. I know it ain't touching it because this is in the way. Okay, now it is. All right. Now let me put this other piece back. I decided that it wanted to just pop out. Okay. All right. Now, don't worry about all the chocolate getting on it. It'll be fine. So, what I'm going to do first is cut me another piece. I probably should have did it when I did that piece. I'm going to cut me another piece of this thick foam board that I was using earlier. Okay. I'm not measuring it at all. Just cutting it. In hopes that paper just comes on off without it giving me a hard time. But, you know, things like that just don't happen. Okay. So I do have it. And it is broke. So we're not going to worry about that. Okay. So I'm going to cut this piece in half right down the middle. Okay, it broke in half. So we just do one piece at a time. That's fine. Okay. Okay. Well, come on off, paper. We'll go ahead on and cut this down the middle. Trying to see what side I want to use. So I'm looking for the most bumpiest side, should I say? The one that has more texture. Because the paper did come off, but it didn't come off as good as I would have liked for it to. Okay, so no patience in waiting on that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to try to slice some of it off. What that's going to do is going to make it, leave it a little lumpy and all that, but that's fine because it's supposed to be chocolate. That's lumpy too. So what I want it, y'all see me trying to do that little fold again, and it pops every single time because it's this stuff right here. Okay, I put a little bend in it. I want to bump it right up against this right here at the bottom. Okay, so I'm gonna put some hot glue on it. I'm gonna bump it to the bottom of the white that I just did. Okay. This was the other piece of it. I think it was it? Yeah, and this is pretty big. Okay. So let me cut some of this off of it because it has the little white piece on it that I don't want. Again, I don't care about it being lumpy and bumpy and all that. Kind of want that. Okay, so, oops. When you want it to pop, all you got to do is bend it. That's it. So let me measure out how much of this. Okay, so probably about right here. Let's try it again. See what that's looking like. That look like that will work. Okay. We're gonna do the same thing. And put some glue on it. Pop it in down there at the bottom. Like so. Okay. Yeah. Just like that. You see that? So now that those little loops are gone, let's take a little bit of brown paint and put down here at the bottom. Okay. Just gonna tap it in for right now. Matter of fact, let me pour some right here. Okay. I'm just gonna tap it into the bottom of this. Now, why come I didn't go up any higher? It's because I'm gonna bring the filler down. Okay. So all I'm doing is coloring in the bottom of it. Just like that. Okay. So where this filler is, we're going to cut some of this chocolate off of it. Okay. Just take your scissors and clean it up just a little bit. That's why I said you didn't have to really worry about it. You could always clean it up. And it's okay for some of it to get on there because they go hand in hand. Some of mine has a lot of glue on it. So when I cut it, I Feel that hard glue stuck to it. Okay. And it's all right if it got on my bottom, because all it's doing is giving it texture. So I'm fine with that. Okay. So as you see, I'm actually pushing some of that in there because it does not bother me at all. But that's there. So we're going to take... Okay, y'all. So this is my version of the Reese cup. It ain't perfect, but it's okay for it to be my first time. And I just wanted to try it out. It's wet, so I can't move it too much. But this is what we're working with. Y'all tell me how I did. As always, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I really look forward to seeing you on my next video. Bye for now.